Hello guys, and welcome back to another lesson on Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. So we are currently on lesson 2. So in this lesson I'm going to show you how you can actually create a blank document. Okay, so in our previous lesson I showed you all about all of these panels. Okay, so I showed all of the lessons on the panels, and now I'm going to show you how you can actually create a blank document. All right, so to create a blank document, you need to go to this file. So basically in all Microsoft Office or Adobe Office, this section is from file and go to new. All right, so here if I go to new, you can see this interface comes up. So I'm going to assume that you have this interface come up here as well. So here we have a lot of options here. You can see here this panel. Here we have saved, then mobile, web, print, film and video, art and Illustrator. We don't have to go that far. And in this page, you can see here this side is the detail of how you want to set your image. All right, so basically this is the recent part. So whatever you opened here recently is going to be up here. All right, so if you want it in A4, then A4. If you want it in a letter style, you can do that, or a web large, you can also do that as well. All right, so basically this is the interface that you're going to face once you come up to this. You want to create a new document. All right, so if I go here, you can see here this is the saved. So if I go to saved, you can find all of your saved templates or whatever you saved, you can find it here. All right, then in mobile, this actually shows your mobile view, from which phone, how it will view it. Okay, so if you want any type of print of that kind, you can actually select one of these. All right, so Google Pixels as well, then all of these Apple Watch as well. All right, so then we have the web. So in web also they have their own page duration or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so you can see here web large, web minimum, and then all of these sizes that they have. Okay, so you can select any of these size if you need any of them basically. All right, so then we have is the print. All right, so from here we're going to select our page. Okay, so firstly we're going to select at this, we're going to select one of these. So if you want to change your name, you can change your name from that. Okay, so you can just change it to anything you want, like I'm just giving it example. All right, so width. Now here you can see here that it says in points. So I don't want it in points, I actually want it in, let's say, inches. So once I turn it into inches, you can see here that everything changes, right? Everything changes here. So if you take a look at again, so if I change it to points, it changes back to this. All right, so if I change it to inches, it changes back again. All right, so this is basically the width of this letter or this canvas that we're going to select right now. And then we have the height. So I don't want it in orientation. So in orientation I don't want it like this, I want it in landscape, so it changes again. All right, so 11 inches. All right, so the artboard, you can see here I want basically 2 artboards just for example. Okay, so it's going to show 2 artboards and 2 canvases. All right, so that is basically the artboard. So now you can see the next option is bleed. Okay, so bleed is going to be, so it's actually that whenever you select a template, you can see that the picture or the background image of that template, it just gets out of cover. All right, so it just gets out and it's covering the whole interface or whole page. So that is basically the bleed. So do you want your picture to bleed or not. So I'm just going to it's always a good thing to give it above 0 so that it bleeds out. All right, so just keep it at that. All right, so if you want to select it individually, you can just delink it, and then you can just select individually. Then I'm just going to keep it linked. All right, so then we have is if you click on the advanced options, if you for instance don't see any options, you just have to click on this advanced options right here. All right, so you can see here color mode. So what color mode do you want to keep your canvas? So in color mode, you can see here this is given CMYK, which is another color we have is RGB. So RGB is basically if you want to keep RGB, you can do that, but we're going to keep it in CMYK color. All right, so once that is done, we're gonna go to raster effects. So raster effects, it all depends on your own device, so you know your device which is good for you. So I'm just gonna keep it in high 300 ppi. All right, so and then after that's done, the preview mode is going to be default. We're done with this. After it's done, just click on create, and you can see that it's created another blank document. All right, so you can see here the layer is only one layer. If I put it like that, if I put out the preview, it goes away, and if I put it back on, it comes back again. All right, so now you don't understand how to create a blank document. Okay, so if I would have given like at artboards, one artboard, it would have showed only one artboard. You can see here it shows one artboard. Or if I just cancel it, now you can see that in the artboard section it says two artboards. All right, so that's because I have two artboards right here. Now if I go back to my previous document right here, you can see here I have one artboard over here, and then another one that I created here, you can see here I have only one artboard as well. Okay, so this one in this example that I created right now, for example, so it has two artboards, right? So that's basically how you create a blank document. All right, so I hope you guys understood. Please practice at home. So I will see you in the next lesson. All right.